Hello, everybody. This is Rev Sue Frederick, and I'm so excited to talk to you today about the numerology of July 2026. Big month for all of us. So let's close our eyes and pray in for a moment. Take a deep breath with me. And as we step into the heart space of our collective, we remember that all things are on purpose, intentional, and part of a greater divine order plan for highest good, no matter how they may show up in the moment. And the angels remind us that they are with us, lifting us into the flow of grace, of courage, of love, of understanding, no matter what challenges come our way. And so it is. And today we are very grateful that we all know that the angels help us with our journeys on earth because July is a big month. And excuse me, I am admitting people while I teach this class, so I might be looking to the corner to admit people into the room. But what I'm saying is that July is a 7 month in numerology, as you may know, and yet this is a one universal year in 2026. So when we look at 2026 as a one universal year and July as a 7 month, what that means is that July of 2026 is an eight energy. And boy, what an eight energy this is. I've been feeling into every month of 2026 as we go through this rebirth of our collective in 2026. And I can tell you what, July is where it all happens. Now, this is not something to be afraid of. This is not something to worry about. As I reminded you in the beginning, the angels are always helping us, always available to lift us up, to not be afraid, to understand the path forward. However, the 8th of July, now remember when you put the 8 on its side, it's that infinity symbol. And that really means it's calling us to merge our spiritual wisdom with our earthly power. And that's a powerful combination right there. And it literally has the ability to turn everything upside down in July. Everything that we know to be true turned upside down to reestablish a different power base for all of us. The energy is explosive but precise, meaning it doesn't mess around. It doesn't just make a big impact with nowhere to go. You can kind of think of COVID as a reinvention in 2020 that was more scattered around the world, happening at different times, affecting different countries and people in different ways. This impact in July is precise. It affects the entire world at the same moment. It affects you and your soul's power in a very precise way that the angels will help you navigate. What's our favorite prayer? We all remember it's, angels, are you here? Angels, lift me, love me, help me, heal me. Remember that prayer in July, no matter what you feel, no matter what you experience in July. So in July, the call to action of this 8 month in a 1 year, it's a 7 month, but it equals 8 because it's in a 1 year. It calls us to no longer give our power away to authority, to our wounds, to our fear, to our smaller selves. It is a call to step up on the stage of spiritual wisdom, whatever that looks like in your life and your soul plan. If you are a gentle, quiet, angelic soul, that means you're being called to share your inner truth that maybe you haven't shared with others about your beliefs in angels, divine order, the higher purpose of the human lifetime, because others will need your spiritual guidance. And you all, if you've taken these classes, if you've studied numerology, if you understand the angel work that we've done, You know that you carry a light that is needed. It is really needed in July. So July flows with power dynamics, meaning power is here one moment and it's here another moment. All you have to remember is that what's rewarded is aligning with soul wisdom, integrity, and generosity. You are being called to remember your compassionate spirit, to help others who are struggling, because you're all accelerated souls, or you wouldn't even be watching this video, which means your angel calling really kicks in July. And you have to remember that every room you walk into, your light is greater, and you are helping others step into that light. Don't forget that. Don't give in to fear. Don't give in to any kind of collective fear-based conspiracy talk going on. Follow your inner truth, what your heart is telling you. Turn off the TV, go within, talk to the angels. So remember, you're going to be called to vibrate at your highest frequency in July, to lead others with your spiritual integrity, to be generous rather than selfish, open your door to help those who are struggling, and to act with spiritual confidence, soul confidence, not just remembering that you're a strong human being. No, remembering that you're an eternal divine being filled with the golden light of God's unconditional love. So you will act like you remember that. There is an exit in July of manipulation and control from those in power. That will be shaken up through conflict, through disagreement, through chaos. That's why your personal soul power is all you should be focused on. What is mine to do in these moments of fear or chaos? And that question is always, shine your light with love and compassion, rise above the fear, help others understand that all is well with our souls, no matter what. I have all these notes I took this morning in my meditation download. So, political shakeups and control crumbling of power. And what that simply means is that there may be a shakeup in political power figures. Don't even focus on it. Don't even worry about it. Just really go into your heart and focus on your soul's connection to your angels, your higher soul, and your connection to the God source of unconditional love that always reminds us this is part of a greater divine plan that we all agreed to, and you all agreed to be here now to be part of this shift. So your true soul power is called to emerge in July and to examine the power dynamics in the world and decide where you want to stand in that continuum. Are you going to use your power well to help others, to be generous, to be a comfort, to be a light, to be an angel? Or are you going to surrender to fear, blame, anger, and chaos? That is the temptation of July. And wow, when we see that infinity symbol of the 8 in July, we know that everything that happens is serving our collective evolution. So now you're going to say, well, Sue, what are you talking about? Are you talking about aliens revealing themselves? What are we talking about here? So what I'm really talking about is everything. There will be geographical things that happen, whether it's an earthquake, that sort of shake up because there's so much power rumbling around, but it's all okay. And the beings from other galaxies who are more evolved than we are will be making their presence known, but not to everyone, to the people who are ready to receive it and act with higher consciousness. And that's going to be you, because you all understand your divine purpose here, your higher power, and that God is not just a man in the sky who punishes and, rewards, because you've lifted into the higher understanding of God, as a flow of unconditional love that we are all part of, and that we each came here with our own plan and agreed to be here at this time in order to be a helper, healer, guide. I am not saying any of this to be afraid, make you fear-based, but to prepare your nervous system for whatever is happening in July. You won't be shocked. You'll go, ah, I remember now. My call to action is simply to align with my own higher soul and wisdom. Now, there will be different parts of the world affected in different ways. And when I say, turn off the TV, that's because I really want you all to just focus on what you're feeling. Do you remember how in numerology I've been teaching that every number has a different meaning for each person, depending on how you receive it, how it vibrates with your unique soul frequency, and what it means in your heart. So, what does 8 mean to you? Does it excite you? Does it scare you? If it scares you, just know that that means there's some part of you that may be afraid to recognize how powerful you are as an essential, eternal, divine being. So, this is your call in July to remember your own sacred power, which puts you above any fear, above any chaos. Now, in your personal life in July, there will also be rumbles and crumbles. Things will happen to make you examine your belief systems, to make you examine your confidence, to make you examine, rejections come to make us realize, I'm moving to the new and the next. It's not mine to worry about who cares about me or why they care about me. What's mine to worry about is, am I providing unconditional love and enlightened wisdom for all in my circle and beyond? Those are your intentions for July. And I'm going to unmute everybody so we can do question and answer. And then we're going to go into a beautiful divine guided meditation today about owning our power in July in the energy of the 8. So let me unmute everyone here. Now you should be able to unmute yourself now. So there we go. Susie, yes. What is your question?
Well, I don't know if it's a question, but I just have to say that I've been going through this thing where I've been feeling that I want to be in peace, and I want to be like in my room, quiet, candles, and I'm just loving it. But I'm just so much like it's just heaven in here. But I also have this feeling of if you don't do something, like I'm not doing anything.
Don't worry,
And
you'll know when it's time to step back out into the world. And July will also tell you very clearly where you're needed and what you're being called to do. July is not a month that we're going to rest through or sleep through, no matter how we want it to play out. I also wanted to share that the big time period for all of this is the middle of the month of July. So you can think of July 15th, July 14th, July 13th, all in those numbers is where even the astrologers say amazingly rare configuration of planets in that time period that has never happened before on Earth. When you listen to what the astrologers say and then you look at what the numbers say, it's just the way it was before 2020. All the astrologers, the numerologists were going, 2020 is going to reset the world. Well, now they're saying 2026 changes the power of the world, the power structure. That doesn't have to mean suffering, but it does have to mean opening ourselves to accept whatever happens. Thank you, Susie. Hope that answered it. Next question. You guys are too quiet. Is it Saturday morning where you are?
It is, but I have a question.
Hey, Marcia.
Hi, Sue. Um, a lot's been going on. I've mentioned I had water damage in my condo. I have fallen twice in the last couple of months. And what I feel is happening is there's great changes on the outside and great changes on the inside. Is that accurate?
Boy, that is so accurate. See, you should be doing this work, Marcia. I
I'm
mean, it is that way. Yeah.
okay.
And
Okay.
and we all love you for walking your journey so courageously.
Oh, well, thank you. Occasionally, I just fall apart and cry, but usually I
Well,
am,
so do we all, girl.
well, and that's comforting to know. I feel like I have to be strong, and then it's like, it's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. And
Yeah.
I am very hard on myself.
Yeah. And that's something I want to say to everybody is, you know, we've been taught on some deep psychological level that crying means we're falling apart, having nervous breakdown. You have no idea how many women were sent to mental institutions in the 20s, 30s, and 40s because they were crying, because they were emotional, because they were expressing their pain and their grief, because emotions were not allowed. It was such a male-dominated left brain culture. But
Mhm.
as we've learned, that has been shifting. And what's different now is that we are all remembering and learning that emotional expression is why we came to Earth. In the heavenly realms, we're totally enlightened and wise and aligned with our higher soul. But when we come here, we're here to feel all of this stuff, to express the pain, to cry it out, not to try to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect except our higher soul in the heavenly realms. So, when you're having an overwhelming day or grief is too heavy, cry it out and then say, Angels, are you with me? Angels, lift me, love me, help me, heal me. And breathe into that sweetness and let them lift you up. I had that exact experience yesterday because I've been working on this big course project and I went and then I had to start the morning at 7 a.m. at the eye doctor's appointment for all this eye problems I'm having. That's always a hard start to a day. And then I got out of that apartment, was home trying to get this course proposal done for a big important network that has invited me to teach. And really struggling with it and finally just started crying and said, I can't do it. Forget it. I'm going to go talk to the angels and sit outside. And as I cried that way, and then even ate some food, of course, I kind of came back into my earthly power. And it was like, okay, Sue, go back and give it one more round. And I did, and I was able to be more productive. And that's my point I'm trying to make is we are more productive here on earth when we first express what we need to feel, let it release, embrace it, and then kind of come back to center with the help of the angels, with the help of nature, with the help of food, so that we can then go, okay, I'm in a body, I'm in the physical world, I can get this done. It's not that hard. Any other,
Um,
Anne, hey, sweetheart.
hey Sue, how are you? It's so good to see you and everybody. I think the last time I saw you was when I had my reading back in February,
Oh,
but
wow.
it's it's I'm in a 9 year and boy, it's kicking my butt.
Yes, I
But
understand.
what I wanted to share, I don't have a question, but I did want to share that this numerology has really been such a blessing to me because in the middle of all of the chaos, it's anchored me in knowing that you're not being punished. It's
Right.
you are just going through this is the cycle of endings and letting go of things. And so, it's kind of like up and down roller coaster, moving myself and the kids after filing for divorce. And then you think that, oh, everything is now peaceful. And then there's another thing that happens. But it, the numerology has grounded me in a way that I never thought it would, because I just say, just hang on. You're
Yes.
good. You're okay. Everything is in divine order. It's good. So I just want to thank you.
I just want to say thank you for expressing it so perfectly because this is the gift of numerology. This is what, I'm actually writing a course proposal where I'm trying to explain to people who don't know about numerology how numerology is not some weird superstitious thing about numbers. It's really illuminating our soul's plan. It's
Yeah.
showing us that we have these reinvention points and that when we hit them, it might be a kick in the butt, but it's serving us to release what needs to be released, and we get through
Exactly.
it, and the new and the next unfolds in a better way.
Exactly, exactly. I remember one night where I was having a full-blown anxiety attack, and I'm such a type A personality. I always have a plan. You got to go do this, and then you got to go do that. I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I need to do something. I need to do something. And I do use that prayer that you recommended about talking to the angels. And actually, God came through to me. And I said, what do I do now? Nothing. You do nothing. I was like, are you kidding me? Do nothing. Can't you see how it was so calm and so grounded, like, yes, do nothing. So I did nothing. And the next, the sun still rises in the morning
Right,
and you can keep
right.
going and it's okay. And I'm here and I'm fine. So, man, it's such a lesson for me. But it's really interesting to go through this at 50 because I just turned 50, compared to, I'm sure I've gone through something like this in other years where I'm just thinking I'm having bad luck. I don't know who put it, who
Well, let
cast
me
this spell
explain
on me.
something. Also, what's happening to you now is as you enter your 50s, the astrologers call it, Chiron returning, and that means another wake-up call. We can't enter our 50s, no matter what our 9-year cycles say, we can't enter our 50s without stepping into the five energy of change. That's why so many people have a job happen, a bad job experience, or a bad relationship, or something as they enter their 50s, because they're already being called to step up to the energy of change and
Yeah.
expansion and courage. But, you're also headed towards the second Saturn return. So, yes, you've been through reinventions before in your life, especially the first one in your late 20s. But now, as you come closer to the second Saturn return in your late 50s, it's like all things have to unfold now. There's no hiding from your path. And remind me what your soul path number is.
I'm a 22-4.
Well, there you go, girl. You're a master soul who came here to be a consciousness shifter. So, of course, all of this is going to shake you up,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've watched so many people who agreed to be teachers, 11s, 22s, 33s. They come to these transitional points and everything falls apart. And that's when numerology takes your hand and says, it's okay. This is all part of the divine order of your soul's path, and you will thrive as you move through this and move forward.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
sweetheart.
all I wanted to share with this group and you.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I had so many things, but now I this conversation just took me back to my soul's great awakening was when I'm 65 now, so it was 9 years ago at 56. Um, my youngest son transitioned when 3 years later when I was 59. I had him at my first Saturn return at 29. He passed at 29. It it's
All of
just
that is part of the divine order trying to
um,
help you understand that it's all part of each of your soul plans and agreements you made together, not for punishment, not for suffering, but to help you wake up to become, you do so much great work here on earth, and do you think you would have found that if you hadn't gone through that journey you've been through?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's amazing. And then I have to say, our second grandson was just born on Wednesday, 2 weeks early. He was going to be July 1, and so June 17th. So I was kind of trying to all figure out his
Right.
I think it might be a 6, which is Matt's soul path number. It's just
Wow.
it is so amazing. But
Yes.
I'll work on that after. But thank you for Sue for all of this and everybody's Marcia's comment. My body, I'm just so tired, and but yet I'm hopeful and I'm sleeping better
Yeah.
and but I'm yeah aches and pains and
Yeah.
it's just like I guess this birthing whatever's about to shake up
Yeah.
we're feeling it aren't
Yeah.
we?
So let me talk about that and how it's affecting our bodies. That's a really important point. I'm really glad you brought that up. Okay, so when this power month of July, the infinity is moving, we're moving towards it. Our body is being recalibrated up to a higher frequency, especially if you're an awakened soul, as all of you are, or you wouldn't be here now in this class or watching this video. And so, as your body recalibrates to get into that higher frequency, the way it feels to us is that certain organs are struggling or certain, like we can't sleep. That's a big one I'm hearing from everyone. No matter how many gummies you might take at night or something, we're still not able to sleep. And when we do sleep, our dreams are extremely vivid and kind of troubling. I've had so many dreams lately about being in unusual places with new people and learning new things. And I know I'm being schooled at night in the heavenly realms about how to move through this time of transition. All of you are. And then during the day, each of us are going to have a certain part of our body that represents our ability to process this information that will struggle. And I'll tell you what, for me, it's been my eyes. And that makes perfect sense because in my life, if you guys had known me when I was young and cute, way decades ago, I was known for having these big, expressive brown eyes. I mean, now they're all old and struggling to stay open, But so I looked at this physical world all the time so intensely as a Virgo 22. Like I've got to understand the system that I'm in, I got to understand that and analyze that and write about that. Just visual focus on the earth world. It makes perfect sense that that vision is changing for me now. I am moving into a phase where I'm only going to eventually be able to see shapes and color and light and angels. And I'm already seeing these divine beings moving through my vision. I'm not afraid of it anymore. I'm just accepting that my eyes have spent too much time in this lifetime focusing on the physical, material details of life, and so now I'm being called to see it all differently. What could be more powerfully true than that idea? So you look at your own body and you say, what part of me is struggling? Is it my heart because I'm feeling unloved or unworthy? I'm going to shift that and process that I'm a divine being channeling God's unconditional love through me and out to the world. Or is it my digestion system saying I can't digest all this new energy? Well, then let's change that. Let's purify the diet. Let's work with heat and red light in the digestive area to smooth out inflammation. Inflammation is fear and anger, and let it release through the body. Or is it my joints hurting because every time I move forward, I'm feeling, arthritis or age or this or that? Ah, that's because you're a little afraid of moving forward. You want to just sit back and stay in bed. Sounds great. But perhaps you could do a little anti-inflammatory natural healing with the joints as well. Everything that prepares us for this new energy that's coming, it is connected to our body. And as far as sleep goes, part of it is when you wake up at 2 in the morning, don't be upset. I've had to really learn that, if I wake up suddenly at 2 in the morning, okay, well, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to look at the clock and go, oh gosh, I got to get up at 7 and teach or something. Instead, I'm going to go, okay, I'll sit up in bed with my notebook and my pen and I'll go, Angels, what are you trying to tell me at 2 in the morning? And I'll just start writing. And pretty quickly, I get relieved and relaxed and calm again. And then I'm kind of falling asleep on my pillow. We've got to accept these sleepless nights as us getting downloads from the higher beings and not resist them, not try to be upset about them or fight with them, and just receive it and allow it and embrace it. It's a new world, people. And I also think we're being recalibrated that we will need less sleep in the future and we'll feel more energized. But first, we have to go through the rebirth of our recalibration. Okay, so if there's no other questions, I'd really like to take us on our guided meditation because I just have this whole download today about where we're headed with humanity, and it's a really good thing. Let me make sure I'm trying to find my music here. Hold on 1 second, because I really love to have music when we're meditating. Okay. Hopefully we can all hear that. All right, my sweethearts. All of you are muted, I hope. Yes. Okay, we're going to stay muted and we're all going to take a deep breath and we are going into the heavenly. Inhale with me. And again. And again. And as we open our hearts, again, we connect not only with each other, but we truly feel the presence of the angel realm because we've called them in today. We've talked about them, so we can almost see them clearly now. Surrounding each of us, take a moment to look around at your angelic realm collective, standing in your room, standing as close to you as you will allow. Feel their golden light. Breathe into their sweetness. Feel their nurturing safety that they provide. Now we say to these angels, angels, show us what's coming in the rest of this year. Show it to us so that we will not be afraid and we will understand how to navigate it. And now let's take a breath. And the angels lift us up and carry us through time and space into the future world on earth. They're bringing us, each of us, to the perfect moment in our lifetimes when we will have integrated this new world vibration. And whatever that looks like in your personal life, it has to do with your relationships, your career, your money, and your inner knowingness. And so the angels drop you now into a perfect moment in that future world. As you drop into it, take a moment, turn in a full circle and see what your life looks like. Where have you landed? Are you in a house or inside somewhere? Is it familiar? Or are you outside in nature? And what does it look like? Is it familiar? How are you feeling? Who is with you? Look around and see them at your side. Recognize them. And now feel into who you have become in this future of your lifetime. How do you feel in your body? What thoughts are you thinking about? What is your role in this group of people you may find yourself with? How does it feel to be a teacher, a healer, a sacred guide? Look and see the angels that are surrounding you in that moment. How they're loving on you and so proud of you. They're providing the words of wisdom that you're speaking. They're telling you exactly how to help everyone you interact with. And you have learned to listen. Feel that profound peace and power that comes when we no longer seek validation, approval, encouragement, or agreement from the physical world, and instead embrace it from the angelic higher beings and the God source of unconditional love. That channel has become your power source. Feel that divine power running through you. It's electric. It's golden light. It has filled your body with vibration and energy and life force like never before. Feel it. There's no fear in your body now. Only intention, purpose, compassion, and love. See yourself walking around your loved ones, providing exactly the words they need to hear to feel courageous, powerful, and in alignment with their higher souls. This has become one of your gifts, the ability to align others with their own higher soul. It's the only gift that anyone ever needs. And you are using your unique vibrational frequency and your unique gifts and talents to do this work in your precise way. Look and see what ways you are using. Is it sound? Is it movement? Is it color? Is it words? Feel into it. Or is it simply energy that you move with your presence? And now see all the angels helping you. And ask them, angels, will you be helping me in the future so that I have nothing to worry about today? And listen to their response. And now ask them, angels, is there anything I need to do or learn today so that I can fully step into my future role as the powerful consciousness shifter I came here to be? What should I be focused on now? Angels, show me what the full expression of my soul's power on earth looks like and feels like. Angels, show me who stands beside me at this important time in my life in the future when I am doing my greatest work to help others. Who is at my side, loving me and assisting me and helping me get this work done? See who they are, and if you recognize them in your current situation. And now the angels want to give you a little gift of healing and calm. So they are now lifting you into the favorite place of the heavenly realms, the sacred healing pools. We've been there many, many times between lifetimes and in our dreams. All souls go to these collective healing places, but especially the sacred healing pools of the heavenly realm. You see them now as beautiful bodies of water surrounded by rocks and trees and sky and waterfalls feeding into them. You feel completely at home here. You've been here many times before. And the angels laughingly pull you into the water and swim with you through the water to wash away any earth fear or earth trauma that you may be holding on to. Let this water wash it away. And now you're standing under the waterfalls. That joy of that gorgeous healing water pouring over you, washing away any painful memories, traumatic moments of your human lifetime. Your childlike joy is restored. And now you're laughing as you look around at the angels and other members of your soul posse are here with you in this water, laughing, playful, joyful. And now the angels rock all of you in the water, your arms under your backs, rocking you like babies. Surrender to their love. Let them heal you. Let them release your fear. Let them transform your troubles into wisdom. And now you stand up and say to them and to your soul posse, I'm good now. I understand. I'm ready. And so they joyfully pick you up, moving you back through the time and space continuum, back into your perfect life of today, dropping you into who you are in this perfect moment on earth. And they're reminding you all things are in divine order according to your soul's perfect plan. And so it is. The angels always restore our confidence. They always remind us that everything is perfect here. Thank you all so very much. Love you, love you. Thank you, sweethearts.
Thank you.